So once again, this is my 66 Barracuda project that I'm working on. Tore out the old stock drivetrain motor tranny rear end, upgrading to TKO 5-speed, 5.7 liter, modern Hemi. Currently though, I'm working on the rear end. Doing a couple things. I kind of debated on whether or not to go with a 4-link, and in the end I decided to just save that, $2,500, $3,000 to do other things right now. If I want to go a 4-link later on, I can do that. It's not that hard of a conversion. But what I did do, I kept my new leaf springs. These are 1.5 inch lowering springs. And you can see the Caltrax on there. Got those, basically that's a upgraded traction bar, much more modern style, a lot of benefits to running that with adjustability and stuff. So the big thing that I did was I moved the leaf spring connections, which used to go right here, and moved them in line with the frame. So now, instead of my leaf springs sitting here, they sit in line with the frame. You can see this big bracket that I put in, I had to weld in. Actually had to cut my subframe out to do it. Move my emergency brake brackets, which used to be right there. Kind of a pain in the ass, but it wasn't really that hard. I'm a terrible welder, as you can probably see, so feel free to comment on how bad my welding is. But the fact is I can make metal stick together, and nothing I've welded has ever failed yet, so I'd knock on wood if there was some around here. But you can see how now that is in line with the subframe, which is going to allow me to put in about a 3.5 inch wider tire. Not that my tires are thin, but 3.5 inches more tires. Yeah, more traction, looks better. Eventually what I'm going to end up doing is cutting all this out and doing what's called a mini tub, where I take all of this back to the subframe, allowing that tire to sit up inside this wheel well and tuck in there real nice and clean. The other thing I like about this kit here is that it allows me 3 positions to set this leaf spring. I can lower it 1.5 inches more if I want to. On the back side of the kit, you can see they gave you some brackets to stiffen up your subframe back here. There's also a big bushing that goes in behind here under your spring perch, under your spring bracket, that slots through, so you have to drill that frame out and put this nice heavy duty bracket in there. Really neat kit. Can't wait to get the mini tub done, but that's another day. But anyways, that's an update on where I'm at and what I'm doing. Just finished the other side, as you can see. Paint's drying, so I'm gonna install the springs next on the other side, get everything kind of mocked up as far as the Caltrax concerned. Then I'll lower down the back springs, lower down the car. We'll move the old 7 1/4 rear end in, which is just a garbage rear end, and I'll be replacing that with an 8 3/4. But I'm using it for the mock-up and to be able to have a rolling chassis until I get that new rear end housing in, so I can start welding on it and getting it all set up. But yeah, tell me what you think. If you like what I'm doing and you want to see more, follow me. Have any questions, send me a message and I'll answer them. Have a good one.